Righty. New game. So yeah. While after Final Fantasy Tactics came out, they made this for the Game Boy Advance. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. It's alright. Aw man, why do I get stuck on the weak team? I'm just gonna lose. Where's the fun in that? Hey Mute, where's your little bear today? He didn't want his precious bear to get wet in the snow. Aw, did your mommy give you that bear? What's your problem, you kid? Leave him alone, he's not gonna say anything anyway. It's like a little girl. Hey, that's gender discrimination. And I know some little girls who can kick your butt. Whoa, Ritz, what's your problem? You don't want to be on that team, right? How about we switch? That would be better. Let's start already. Just speak up. Tell them your name at least. Can't be the new kid forever. Marche. I don't know. Sorry, Marche. You don't have to apologize, Mute. You haven't done anything wrong. Okay, Mr. Leslie, we're ready to go. Let's get a snowball fight started. Ready? Team activity snowball fight. This is how the game starts, with a snowball fight. Gotten used to the snow in St. Ivolus yet, Marche? It's much warmer where you're from, isn't it? Yes, sir. Never snowed. It's practically my first snowball fight. Really? Then let me give you some pointers. Ritz, could you help us out? I played this game before. I played the much better game this before. Yes, Mr. Leslie. Kids with the highest speed move first. Once your turn comes around, first you have to move. You can only go a set distance, so think first, then move. Menu isn't up, press the B button to see your move range. Redo a move as many times as you want. Ready to move? Okay, now that you're in position, you can throw a snowball. Choose snowball from the action menu. Green color panels show you your throwing range. Now choose where you want to aim within that range. No one from the other team is in range, just wait. Waiting makes your turn come around quicker. Okay, here goes. Yaw. And missed. As you've thrown, you have to choose a facing. So you've chosen a facing, your turn ends. Understand? Yeah. No, do not repeat lesson. I think so. Thanks, Ritz and Mr. Leslie. Let's get back to the snowball fight then. Look, Marche. See, help for any game command, yeah. One 75%. One at 75%. So I'll get more into why I prefer the original over this in a bit, but I don't mind this tutorial. And there's a trick to throwing a snowball too. It's easier to hit someone from the side or behind. Think about which way your opponent's facing when you move. Like, it gives you the basics of what combat's gonna be like. While it's, like, keeping it low stakes. Miss. So yeah, this came out on the Game Boy Advance. I think I first saw it when, back in the day, Nintendo used to have little booklets that would have advertisements for other games that were releasing at basically the same time. That were out or coming out soon. And I think that was the first place I ever saw this game. I was like, hey, I like regular Final Fantasy Tactics. A sequel on the Game Boy? Sure, sign me up. Eventually I got it, probably for a birthday or something. And it took me a long time to sit down and actually beat it. In fact, while I did beat it, I had to use a Game Shark to do it. And we'll get more into why I had to use a Game Shark to beat it in a minute. Hey, no running away, Mute. That's what Mute does best. Haha. And that's the end of the fight. Can you two stop it? What? We're not breaking any rules. Sure, you've been aiming at Mute this whole time. Hey, Mute. Yeah, I'm fine. See? He says he's fine, so what's the problem? He knows you'd pick on him worse if he said anything else. Ouch. Mute, your forehead is bleeding. Huh? There's a rock in that snowball. Hey, I didn't throw any rocks. It's Mute's fault for being so lame. He's an easy target and we've gotta get points, right? So the end justifies the means? You guys are horrible. Whatever you say, Whitey Locks. What did you call me? You know you dye your hair because it's really all white. Yeah, just like an old grandma. Haha, little prissy grandma. So over here and say that again. Children, behave. Snowball fight is over. Lyle Colin Guinness, I want you to come with me. You, how's your forehead? It's okay, I'm fine, really. That's it for class today. The rest of you can go home. This doesn't look like a Final Fantasy game, does it? Thank you. Can't stand bullies who pick on little kids. Those jerks. So Marsh, what are you doing after this? Huh? Why? Just gonna go buy this book. I was wondering if you wanted to come along? Sorry, can't. My little brother's getting out of the hospital today. Hospital? Was he sick? No, it's something he was born with. We have to take him to the hospital every now and then. Wow, that's rough. What kind of book are you gonna buy? It's about monsters and magic and stuff like that. Why don't you bring it over to my house? Sure, Donid, my brother, would love to see it. Well, if you're sure it's okay. Absolutely, why don't you come too, Ritz? Me, G. I guess I don't have any other plans, okay. Great, you two know where my house is. It's the Yellow House, right? Come over as soon as I buy that book. I'll be waiting. So yeah, doesn't look at all like a Final Fantasy game. Not just the isometric stuff, but this looks very modern, real-worldy. Gosh, I'm really sorry. Uh-oh. Really, really sorry. Please accept my apologies. Mr. Randall, we expect a certain level of performance, regardless of circumstances. Won't happen again. Don't worry, I'll fix things up here. Oh, thanks. Thank you for waiting, shall we? Look at that guy cringing like that. Embarrassing. Mute, it is you. Ow. Hi, Dad. School's out already? Yeah. Look, these your friends? Yeah. Don't you still have work to do, Dad? Ah, yes, you know, busy, busy, busy. I'll keep an eye on mute for me, eh? Oh, wow. Sweet. Used to work at a bigger company before. When Mom died, he stopped caring. Broke down big time. Seems nice. Not many parents talk to their kids like that. They used to go on vacations and stuff a lot. Well, we'll be waiting for you at my place. How much do you know about Marsh? Huh? I guess your family has had its problems too. I heard that Marsh doesn't have a dad. Donut. Oh, hiya. Welcome back. Kinda late, aren't you? Yeah, snowball fight at school. I'm totally soaked. Snowball fight, huh? They pick on you again? I'm just not used to the snow, that's all. Yeah, you always were bad at sports. Marsh, your guests are here. Tell them to come on up. Fight over some friends? Yeah, one of them says he found this really cool book. He found a fantasy book. And he said, wow, final, advance. Thought you might want to see it too. You like books, don't you? You're always reading them, you big fucking nerd. Only because there's nothing else to do at the hospital. Nothing except read and play games. Hello, we're here. It must be Donut. I'm Ritz, your brother's classmate. Oops. This is Mute. Hiya. Get that book, Mute? Yeah, right here, but I don't know what the title is. The guy at the used bookshop couldn't read it. Wow, it looks really old. Let's see what it says. Can you see, Donut? You know, on a Game Boy Advance, this did look fairly impressive for the time. Same with the music. The music isn't bad, especially for being a Game Boy Advance game. Visuals aren't bad either, but that you really keep in mind that it's a Game Boy Advance game. I don't like how it plays. Can't read these letters at all. Maybe there's some kind of magic spell. Might not be too far off. Look, a magic circle. Maybe this is in Latin or something. There are some later editions. What does this say? Alto Oron Sondus Camila. Sure sounds like magic. Wow, a magic bush. I wish I could use magic. You'd like it, donut. You can use magic. Maybe you'd be better at sports. Burn. That's not funny. Haha, it's true. It'd be cool if this really were a magic book. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Haven't you ever read a book and thought, what if the world in this book was the real world? I don't know. Most books are so boring. They're all way too predictable. Well, what do you like, Ritz? Comic books? Games, you know, fighting monsters and all that. Okay, if you could make any game real, which would it be? That's a good question. I'd pick Final Fantasy. That's my favorite. What? But this is Final Fantasy. Why'd they pick Final Fantasy if this is Final Fantasy? My, look at the time. I should get going soon. Yeah, me too. See you at school, Marsh. Thanks for having us over, Marsh. Nice meeting you too, Donut. See you later, Ritz. Right, I'll see you guys out. Be right back, Donut. Donut. Wish I could use magic. Donut, it's time for your medicine. Okay, Mom. So, as I've been kind of hinting at, and you may have put together already, this is an isekai. That was indeed a magic book. The world is about to change and become finally fantastic. I actually had forgotten about the whole line about wanting the world to be like Final Fantasy. But, oh, the book opened by itself. Ooh. Donut disappeared. Marsh is floating. New clothes acquired. Huh? Where am I? Oh, excuse me. Watch where you're going, son. You're a lizard. What'd you say? You said lizard. It takes a lot of nerve to call a Benga a lizard. Kupo, there you are, Kupo. Moogle, this human brat with you? Yes, Kupo, he's just coming from the countryside, you see? Apologize to the Benga, Kupo. Sorry. Please excuse him. He's not used to seeing Benga. Hey, you, wait. Kupo? Those clothes. You're a soldier, aren't you? Soldier, first class, Klaustra. A soldier? Yes, so you wouldn't mind a little engagement. Easy, we just met. I'm not ready for that kind of commitment. Huh? What's going on here? Chocobo man out of nowhere. He's engaging you, Kupo. But I don't want to get married. To win, defeat all enemies. Get ready. Yes. But wait a second, I get it. Engage means fight. Sure are keen observer of the obvious, Kupo. There's the judge, and laws for today are all set. Judge? Laws? Uh-oh, don't tell me you know about those. Laws today forbid the use of all items, Kupo. Always be sure to check the laws or you'll be sorry. Check current laws from main command menu. Okay, wait, so an engagement is a battle, and the laws are the rules for the battle. And that guy in armor is the judge. Kupo, it's your turn, Kupo. Use your sword and your abilities. I'll back you up. Okay, here goes. So yeah, the judge takes up a space, but doesn't ever take damage. He's kind of just there to be there. And here's one of the things I don't like about this game. Almost everything is instant. Kind of takes the tactics out of the tactic game. JP stands for judge points, not job points. KO verified, 1 judge point. Judge point, what's that? Collect judge points. That way you can use combos with other clan members. Makes engagements a snap, Kupo. All I have to do is defeat my opponents? Gotcha. I also don't like that they confirm a turn after dodging an attack. Like, I'm used to the original game where you choose a direction to face, you stay facing that direction. You're committed to it. Probably gonna miss, but this could finish it. It missed. It's probably gonna go around the back of Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc. The Moogle fella. Who's now gonna go around the back of him. Or just run to use a spell like he should. 50% chance to miss. Or XP gain. And the other judge point. Phew, I guess I made it somehow. Battle 1. So again, tutorial fight. Nothing too crazy. I'm hurt. Where's that potion? Infraction of law forbidding items. All violators will be sent to prison. Red card. Nothing fancy about the tutorial. This cutscene exists to kind of show you what happens if you break the law. Kupo, the Slammer. I hope I never get sent there. The Slammer? Yeah, prison. They send people who break the law there. Oh, it's a dark and scary place, Kupo. Not really. Perpetrators sentenced and imprisoned. Visitors are asked to go to the prison facility in Sprom. Sprom, prison. Metal Gear, Psycho Mantis. What have I gotten myself into? Thanks for helping me. Never ever call a Benga a lizard, Kupo. Sorry, I really didn't know. You have seen a Benga before, right, Kupo? Yes, well, no, not a real one at least. Kupo, where exactly are you from, Kupo? Kadoan? Muscadet? I don't know, I'm all confused, and to top it off, I'm talking to a stuffed animal. Stuffed animal? I'll have you know I'm a Moogle, Kupo. Fine, so you're a Moogle, what's that? Okay, I believe you, you're confused, let me explain. This is the town of Cyril, in the land of Evilus. Ivolus, that's the name of the town where I'm from. Town? Ivolus is a country. I'm Ivolus, and there's no Banga there either. About Moogles, surely the other towns have them. Nope, we just have normal things like dogs and cats. You said you'd seen a Banga, only not a real one. What'd you mean, Kupo? Well, it's just, I've seen a Banga, but in a computer game, not real life. Kupo. It's called Final Fantasy. It's not real. Not really. It's like a pretend world with heroes and monsters. So you're saying here is just like your pretend world? Yeah, come to think of it, it's just like in the game. Okay, now I'm the one that's confused, Kupo. Sorry, I know I'm not being very helpful, Kupo. No, this is by far the most Kupo story I've ever heard, Kupo. You're telling me. Of course I'm not entirely sure I believe you, Kupo. I can hardly believe it myself. What should I do? The Moogle sprites do not match up with their little talk portrait. I'm gonna say that now. I feel like this meeting was like I think our meeting like this was no accident, Kupo. Stick with me and I'll help you out, okay, Kupo? Thanks. By the way, I'm Marsh. What's your name? You call me Montblanc, Kupo. Come with me, Marsh. What's this place? This is where our clan members hang out. Oh no, clans are like groups of people who work together. I don't know why they went with clan and not guild. Just me. Wow, everybody looks so tough. Well, our clan takes on some pretty rough jobs. Of course, it pays good and there's never a dull moment. Maybe someone here knows how I can get back home. Could ask around, Kupo. Can I join the clan too? Sure thing. Just have to introduce you and you're in. You're in. Hey everyone, I'd like to introduce Marsh. Marche. Hello. Me and the others will help you out. And maybe we can help you find your way home, Kupo. Say Mont Blanc. Does this clan have a name? Well, it's kind of a small clan, so no, not yet. Why don't you give it a name, Kupo? Me? To commemorate you joining the clan. Make it a Kupo one. Nutsy is the default one. How about Stick? Kupo, henceforth we shall be called Clan Stick. Okay, let's get you settled in, shall we? This is where we are right now, in Ivolus. Symbols are received when you complete a mission. Place them to add new missions at the pub. Place them in special order to reveal treasures. Try to find special combinations yourself. Place location symbols from. I'm sure there's an optimal way to place them, but okay. So it looks like the best place to put it is right here. It's not gonna do anything yet, but so laws can either forbid something or recommend something. Recommend stuff gets you judge points whenever you use it. Forbidden stuff gets you in trouble up to and including, but not limited to, expulsion from a fight. So, this is one of my first complaints about the game. Is while that encourages you to have a more diverse group, it also discourages you from actually making strong units. Because, hey, oh, we've got like a week straight where can't use swords, so my sword fighter is gonna have to be put on the bench for the next week. I do like the amount of job diversity there is. Right off the bat, we have soldier, which is melee fighter, high defense, that sort of thing. Archer, ranged fighter. Black mage does black magic, white mage does white magic, thief does thief stuff. You know I'm a big fan of thieves. Another thing I don't like about this game, abilities are not learned like they are in the original, where you spend JP to learn stuff. You have to equip stuff, and through equipping it and completing fights with that stuff equipped, then you learn it. Like, this bronze shield will teach shield bearer to soldiers, warriors, and fencers, which gives the support ability to equip a shield regardless of class. And then here we got Fire, Thunder, Blizzard being learned by Black Mages, and done nothing. Also, if you look at the different classes, I personally do not like how equipment is set up. Like, I'm used to it being hand, hat, chest, accessory. And while those are what you can equip, I think you can, let's see, put whatever you want wherever you want, and I do not like it. So our starting units are Marsh, the main character, is a soldier. His best friend, Mont Blanc, the black mage. We've got a soldier, white monk, White Mage, and Archer. I don't know why they decided to designate it as a white monk. There's no other colors of monk. But another thing that I'm not sure how I feel about, like, is that there's races. So, this is what a human can go into. This is what a Moogle can go into without prior training. And here's Benga. We can either do White Monk or Warrior. Spoiled for choice there. I think their name is Nomu. Can be Black or White Mage or Beastmaster. And then the Viera, I think, have Fencer, White Mage, Archer. I'm gonna leave everyone as they are. But while there are other jobs that can be unlocked through using them, like I think the Viera Archer, not the human Archer, becomes a sharpshooter or a sniper or something like that. But then the human Archer can become a hunter instead. Also, since we don't need 2 soldiers, we're gonna do that and go into the shop. Steel Gill, Steel Shield, Steel Accessory. Where was I going to go? And while I like that there's, you know, a lot of different things you can build into right off the bat, just a simple thing I don't like that they do have in the original is being able to equip gear through the shop. Okay. I think we need 1 helmet. I don't even remember. Let's equip stuff real quick. That on our archer so she can learn block arrows. The neat thing is you can use abilities while they're being learned while you're learning them, but still. I prefer my abilities to be something I learned from, you know, spending my experience, not from quit holding on to a sword for a specific sword for long enough. Also, these are 2 different classes of weapon: swords and blades. Then we have knives, rapiers, staves, rods, bows, belt, or instruments, knuckles, and guns at the moment. But we'll leave it like that for now. We have to go into the pub to get our mission. Herb picking. Looking for people to gather the fewer herb muscamole on Giza Plains. No experience necessary. Yep. Mission items, those are items you need for certain missions. You can get them by completing missions. Looks like you don't have any mission items yet, so just hit OK. Make sure you're cool with the mission before you sign up for the mission. Yep. I'll be 300 gil for the info. Thanks. Forgot that you have to actually spend money to take on missions. Kupo, you find any good missions, Kupo? Yeah, there was one that seemed easy enough. When can you start, Kupo? Right away, Kupo. Let's get ready then, Kupo. I want to make your first mission a success, Kupo. And then on to Giza Plains. So the blank spaces of the map, while days will advance, nothing can happen there. And I don't remember for sure, I don't think there's random battles, even on actual spaces. I think you have to go in and select it. It's been years since I played this, so bear with me as I try to remember all of my complaints about the game. I have to deal with these monsters first, Kupo. You can gather those herbs. Told you our clan does rough work, Kupo. Selecting set battle, sure press select, check current laws. So, can't cast protect, but we can use poison. That's everybody. To battle, right? Begin battle? Yes. Defeat all enemies. Kind of a tutorial battle, but it's like the last real tutorial one. Monk Tech, Whirlwind, which just hits around you. An attack hits one tile near you. Focus energy to increase damage on the next weapon attack. Yeah, since we only have a 40% chance to hit, I'm gonna use it. So, it's pretty easy to play around the law system. Like, I think I had one instance where I ever got someone arrested. And I think I was being, like, particularly obtuse. Like, I wanted to try and see what would happen if how long it would take for me to get arrested, basically. And what would happen. The answer is, when someone gets arrested, they are not available for any other fights until you bail them out. So, even though this is kind of like the first real, in air quotes, fight, if you notice, there's stars above the enemy instead of the countdown timer that the original had. Yeah, for the most part, death isn't permanent in this game. It is possible later in the game to permanently lose units, but there's no timer on being able to save them. The way it works is that certain kinds of levels are lawless zones. I think they're called like JAGs or something like that. And the way it works is there's no judge, so you can do whatever you want. But if a unit goes down and stays down until the fight is over, they are removed from your party. You have until you end the fight to get them back up, and at which point they'll be completely fine. So stakes are not super high, especially since the JAGs are not very common. But, yeah. The game does not feel very tactical a lot of the time, which is one of my biggest complaints about it. Like, almost every action is instant. Unlike the original, where almost every action had to be charged. I think there's like special moves, I can't remember what they're called. You have to use judge points to cast them. They're not the combos like not Stiltskin, Mont Blanc was talking about. It's something else. But, and even then, I'm not 100% sure it's the case that they're not instant. I just vaguely remember them being delayed. Also, it does not appear that I can rotate the map. I don't remember if that's true or I'm forgetting a button. But so yeah, our guy goes down. He won't get any more experience. But we're in no rush to pick him back up. Nothing happens if we fail to pick him up. Nothing really happens if we do pick him up. Actually, how much of a chance we have to steal? Do it. Get that money. Aww. I don't know why you're dead set on trying to kill the monk first, but okay. I forgot the judges can do that. Teleport corpses around. Because it just doesn't come up that often. Alrighty. So with that, everyone's defeated. Phew, that's all of them, I think. So, mission cleared. Mission cleared. What were we looking for, Kupo? Some kind of medicinal herb? Muska something? Muscamole. That grows all over the place, Kupo. Huh? Really? Yeah, there's some right there, and over there, too. I used to pick it all the time when I was little, Kupo. The info fee for this mission was cheap, wasn't it? Well, it was pretty cheap, I guess. That figures still, it's probably good to start slow. Let's pick us some herbs and get back to town, Kupo. So yeah. After this, it opens up, extra missions get added. Herb picking went well, now for the next one. Reward 600 gil and 40 points of AP. Lucia Pass. So, as I had mentioned, you only gain AP when you complete missions. So that's where that one goes. Right here. Like, if we go into here, see, 40 points. It doesn't say out of how much, so it's kind of useless. But we're learning them. Not learning anything there. And then let's look at our white mage, who, even though he was on the floor for a good chunk of it, still got just as much AP as everyone else. One of the reasons I don't really like gaming experience based off your equipment is it disincentivizes you to actually change up your equipment for stuff that might serve a better purpose. Like, say with our longbow here, if we had another bow that was less damage but greater range, or vice versa, we wouldn't necessarily want to use it, at least not for a while, because we're still learning shit from the longbow. And then, once we do learn it, sure, we'll change equipment then, but we might come across a better skill from another piece of equipment that we want before we actually go to something that's gonna fit our situation better than just whatever piece of garbage we're trying to learn from. And you only get AP from doing missions. So it can be very slow. How many do we have? Let's see here. I don't think anyone's gonna have any new jobs they can choose because no one's actually learned anything, but I'll just double check real quick. So now go into the pub, missions, thesis hunt, firefighter, dueling sub, Snow and Lucia. So I think either thesis hunt or Snow and Lucia is our main thing, like our story mission. I searched for my master, the late Dr. Delaley's thesis. It was taken from me by bandits like Cross Lucia Pass. We don't have a ton, so we've got this instead that we can do. A dispatch mission. Instead of going out and fighting, you send one of your units out to go be away from the party for a while, and then when they come back, you get rewards. In this case, you would get money and a cool hat. But we need a soldier that is not Marsh to be able to do that. So, knowing that you used to be a soldier, we're gonna change you back to a soldier real quick. I don't think you need to be properly outfitted to be able to still pass on the quests, but just in case, we'll make sure he's equipped. And yeah, the white monk can't use the hat anyway, so we're good on the amount of hats we got. So missions, dueling sub, we'll send out Watu. We're not going to send anything with him, except the conditions. He's going to be gone for 3 days, so 3 pips of movement. One, 2, 3. Mission cleared. Dispatch unit returned. Dueling sub. Watu here. Dueling sub cleared. He got a little bit of AP. We're going 1800 gil, and then a wizard's hat. Let's actually see what that does. gives really good magic resistance and 1 point of magic power, wowie zowie, but teaches nothing. Not that it really matters. And we're going to take all of them. So, one of the missions we have is timed. We have 10 days to do it. This one, Fire Fire. Before we go in, Charm is forbidden, Confuse is recommended. Engage. Would you look at that, the one about fire is just a bunch of the bomb monsters. Since this is not a required mission, we don't have to bring Marsha along. Unfortunately, we're bringing Marsha along. Also, I forgot to change our thief back into a thief, so he's gonna be a soldier today. Look at all the bombs. They'll burn down the whole town. Sorry for not giving a ton of commentary. It's like I don't want to just keep bad-mouthing the game, but I don't really have anything positive to say about the game. It's not bad, I suppose. It's just I love the original Final Fantasy Tactics so much that this is just such a letdown. Like, it is afraid. It's a tactics game that's afraid of being a tactics game. We're glad we stopped them before it spread to the other streets. Like, one point that I genuinely hate and don't see why they did is, like I've talked about, everything is instant. I and with everything being instant, that means you kind of can just rush anyone into anywhere. You don't need your slow casters to stay towards the back to keep them away from enemies, and it kind of devalues them with how well everyone evades everything. Like Mont Blanc being able to have like a 50% chance to have every attack miss, even though it's magic, it should be all but guaranteed every time. I don't think anyone learned anything yet. Since this is just better than the leather garb, I think everyone that's using this can use this. We'll find out in a second. We have bronze armor that we can throw on our one heavy. No need to get new weapons, everyone's still learning garbage. And I can't afford accessories. And I don't remember if there's anything that says what can be equipped by who. Oh, never mind. So the helmet can be equipped by these guys. Spoiler, here's every job in the game. Soldier, Paladin, Fighter, Thief, Ninja, White Mage, Black Mage, Illusionist, Blue Mage, Archer, Hunter for humans. Then we got Warrior, Dragoon, Defender, Gladiator, Monk. Sorry, White Monk. Bishop, Templar for Benga. Then Nomu, I don't think that's their name. Numu, whatever it is. That's White Mage, Black Mage, Time Mage, Illusionist, Alchemist, Beastmaster, Morpher, and Sage. Then Viera has Fencer, Elementalist, Red Mage, White Mage, Summoner, Archer, Assassin, then Sniper. Moogles have Animalist, Black... No, it's not Black Mage. Moogle. Oh, sorry. Mog Knight, that's what it was. Gunner, Thief, Juggler, Gadgeteer, Black Mage, and Time Mage. You can kind of get an idea of which jobs are related to which. And I think you unlock new ones by learning skills with the jobs before them. But yeah. Generally speaking, you can get a good idea of who can use a weapon by, or piece of equipment by checking skills that can be learned from it. But obviously you don't learn everything that can be used by it. I miss being able to go to an outfitter and being able to look at what can be used, who can use what right on their page. Exact same shit the other place had. And I think pub's gonna be the same story, but we'll check it anyways. Yep. So we've got the 2 quests there. No quests there. Snow and Lucia. Rapiers are forbidden, great swords are recommended. We have to clear these monsters out of here. I don't like how high evasion is. Like, even if you get a full back attack on someone, as you've seen, I've only been getting 88% chances to hit. In actual Final Fantasy Tactics, most of the time, a back attack would be a guaranteed hit. Unless you're using something with incredibly poor accuracy, like trying to steal pieces of equipment. It would make positioning actually valuable. Like, side attacks had a little bit of a penalty, and front attacks had a huge penalty to accuracy. On top of it also giving penalties to damage, I believe. But here, we just have to deal with the fact that you're gonna end up missing a lot of the time. Oh. It's not friendly fire, it's friendly blizzard. Oh ho. I will say that getting AP only from completing missions does encourage the player to actually get on with the fight. Like, especially early on, it's not a bad idea to just have your units beat each other up and use their abilities to get extra XP and JP. And now, since it's just a yes-no situation, it makes sense to just get shit over with as soon as you can. Things should be safe now. It's about time we brought these kids back home. I didn't actually read what the mission was. So, new bow, cash, for Gil, martial learn first aid. Want black wizard fire, thunder, blizzard, whirlwind, cure, boost. So, another Final Fantasy game I like is Final Fantasy IX. And they do skills the same way as this. You learn them based on the equipment you have equipped. However, battles are much faster, and you only get AP if you actually participate in the battle, and you can only have 4 people in your party at once. So, stop. So, then you're encouraged to actually, try and grind out levels because you're getting experience and you're learning things. In this, since you only get AP for completing missions, you only fight by doing missions, and you have to pay for them. It slows the entire thing down. Wanted. Atlas Blade. Yep. Professor Augie. Okay, we need to go in there for Professor in Trouble. That'll probably be the first one we do since it's got a timer on it. Get a Silver Blade for our fighter so he can learn something new. He might have learned Cure, so I guess we'll get Guard Staff. We just got a Charbo. Don't think we... Oh shit, I should not have bought that. Didn't realize how expensive it was. Oh well. You have to go into the item list itself to be able to sort. Instead of doing it from the equip screen. Unfortunately, we don't have another rod to give you, and you can't use staves as a black mage, so you've learned everything you can as a black mage. At which point, I might actually change you. Does Animus use their weapon? Not something I have. We don't need a second thief, so I guess you're staying as Black Mage. Can you use the shield? Also, I don't like that I can't tell if someone's learned something just by looking at their page. So we go into pick abilities, into info, we see that first save has been mastered, speed break is at 0, shield bearer is at 120. If I were to take the shield off, or whatever's teaching shield bearer, we'd be able to see that, oh, I still have the experience on there, but not that I have it mastered. I don't know what I just said, but not that I'm currently learning it, I think. So Whirlwind has been mastered, Cure has been mastered, Boost has been mastered. That means we can give you the Charbo, give you the Guard Staff, and give you Rising Sun. You're still learning to Steel Gill. Okay. Soldier, Paladin, Warrior, Sage, Fencer, and Mock Knight. But I don't hate this game, I'm just disappointed with this game. Professinator in trouble. Current laws are no swords. So, I guess we'll bring you along, but you're not doing anything the entire fight or you're gonna get put in jail. Never mind. Since we can't have our full 6, we're gonna leave the main character out. Professor Augie, Kupo. We're Clan Stick, Kupo. We're here to help you, Kupo. 6 exercise. Evil Banishing Life Chakra. Destroys zombies. Right. Slimes can cast spells. That makes perfect sense. %35 chance with the back attack. Granted, it's an instant kill move. We'll still give it a try. Nope. Right, I forgot. The slimes are super resistant to physical attacks. Like, how is a zombie that agile that still has a 20% chance to dodge something from its side? Oh, and zombies can pick themselves back up after a few turns. Well, that's not good. Oh, this one has counter. I'm also used to with the original game where monsters had consistent loadouts on abilities. Like, all goblins had their rush attack, they always had counter. None of this, oh, this one zombie has counter, all the rest, nah. Not a fan of that. That was close, Poopo. You would have been a copsicle, Poople. What? Got some soup. Another human? Sure. I didn't actually see if he learned if he already knew anything. And would you look at that? He doesn't. I don't know why I brought him along, honestly. Okay, learn Steel Gill, so we can give you a new knife now. Skarmosax, Steel Shields. Not that shields are widely used. And since time has not actually passed, I'm not going to do the next job I have here, because I won't be able to use Marsh. I don't know why I brought that one guy along. I got enemies that close in, one-handed blade, fighter, and Mog Knights, and gladiators. Heavy but well-balanced greatsword, soldiers and paladins, broadsword, for warriors and defenders. Jambalaya, Stinger. Battle boots only give you defense, unlike the original where they give you just +1 to move, which is much better. Guess we'll go 2 pairs of gauntlets. And we're gonna give this to our 2 heaviest fighters. They don't teach anything. I don't think any accessories teach anything. Not you. It's not even worth trying to do other jobs because I don't have money. No stop. Silence is cool though. No more ice. This experiment is finished. Who are you? I do not take interference lightly. Stop your experiments at once. Nobody can get through with you blocking the pass. Eat my ass. For all targets. I think we even need to destroy those. Just gonna wait since I can't get into position to even do anything. I think Flyboy over here will be more annoying than the Hound. Is it a Hound? I think it might be a Red Panther. It's not what Red Panther looks like. Doesn't even look like a panther, it looks like a dog. Come on, don't miss. Yeah. Okay. Nice miss. Gelato. Nice. I don't think that really applies to magic attacks, but we'll find out. Fire right there, and I think magic MP regenerates, it looks like, which is crazy. Well, I guess what's crazy is just how fast it regenerates. Oh, that's why he did so much damage. He's using level 2 spells. See, inanimate object still has a 5% chance to dodge. Absorb Ice. Okay. So, I don't think he's weak to anything particularly, but we don't want to use Blizzard on him. Also, he's got pretty high magic defense, apparently. And he doesn't have a shield, so I can't steal it from him. Leveled up. Nigga. No. Whoops. My experiment. No. If he had just gone permission, it might have been fine. Another Moogle. Sure. Another Moogle Black Mage, who's not going to be staying a Black Mage because we have a Black Mage Moogle. I don't know what Animist uses, but we'll find out. Thesis Hunt! Oh, yep, this is the next story mission. Hey, Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc. Kupo? Why would bandits be interested in a thesis anyways? Kupo Po. Maybe they're nerdy bandits? Some thieves are interested in more than money, Kupo. Yeah, you're probably right, Kupo. Hey, there's somebody there, Kupo. This isn't why I asked for, Kupo. I want Coleman's thesis, not Delaley's, Kupo. Hey man, we got you a thesis, just like you asked, Kupo. Well, I can only give you half of your fee then, Kupo. That's not an option, Gramps. Pay up, Kupo. Looks like you were right, Kupo. The bandits just wanted money after all, Kupo. Don't worry about that. Let's get the thesis back. Hey you, that thesis is stolen property. Thesis. What's that kid yapping about, Kupo? That's no ordinary boy. Look, he's with a clan. Coleman must have posted a reward for that thesis. Ah, so this kid is here on Weesness. No need for me to play nice then, is there? So, a bunch of thieves, a couple soldiers. No stop. Silence is cool. Can't bring along Ricardo or Pablo because we have too many people. Nice hit. Crazy arch. Nope. Tree. The percent to your chance to hit does not take obstacles into account, apparently. Do you have a shield by chance? You do not. Do you have a shield? You do. That's my move. You don't be stealing from me. And look how fucking high stealing equipment is. How high a chance it is. It's crazy. Like, I consider 23% a high chance to steal a piece of equipment. But no, we have to all but guarantee it on Baby's first tactical game. Dismiss. Sorry, buddy. Whee! Our archer will always win the archer war because... Oh, you can still move people. I forgot about that. She has block arrows on. Okay. Wait, we can first aid or use an item. Oh, and as far as item use, there's no job that synergizes with item usage. So, everyone can use any item, any class. I guess there is, I think Gadgeteer can learn to throw items, but that's it. There isn't like the Chemist. And multi-kills like that only give you 1 JP still. Whee! 16 at 34%, 14 at 75%. Suck it, nerd. Come on, hit. Thank you. I think I'm getting the hang of these engagement things. This looks like the table of contents, so... Are all the pages there, Kupo? Yep, they're all there. All I have to do is bring this back and we're done. Doing a Kupo job, Merch. You really think so, Kupo? I thought it would be best to wait a little longer, Kupo, but I think we're ready for the Clan Wars, Kupo. Clan Wars? It's not really a war, Kupo. It's when we compete with other clans for turf. Bigger your turf, the cheaper it is to get info. There's other benefits as well, Kupo. We actually engage with other clan members? Sometimes, Kupo. I'm not getting in your way, am I, Montblanc? Kupo Po. Not at all. Thanks, Montblanc. Gets busier from here on out, Kupo. Hope you're ready, Kupo. I may have added one or two Kupos here and there. Add clan to world map main command menu. Select clan, see clan, and mission information. Master Protect. Nubs would. Nubs would like to go. Okay, right there. Right there. I don't know why I'm actually strategically placing things. I'm probably not going to play through this all the way. I don't remember what the clan war stuff is. Turf war or whatever it's called. Vice Fan. Flames. Soup. Well, Visit Marsh, how you been? Pretty good, I guess. Yourself? Can't complain. Thought you might be busy with the clan wars and all. Huh? No kidding? There's a lot of clanners out there looking for fights. Everyone wants to spread their influence. You dig? Nope, I don't have a shovel. So if you don't have business with another clan, I'd keep your distance. If you fought every clan, you'd never get any work done. Not that all clans are bad. Still, be careful. Thanks for the tip. I'll keep an eye out. I think that's for clan war stuff. Bug infestation hit these planes and will reach town if we don't take action. Someone help drive those critters away. Clear. Depatch. 3 enemies. Javelin. It's a dispatch mission. So you get an idea of how good someone's going to do by their animation here. Walking is they'll do okay. Jumping, they'll do great. And then there's one we don't have anyone doing yet, where they sort of crumple. So since this is a 3 enemy dispatch, that means I need to kill 3 enemies and then they'll come back. Win battle. Since this has no cancellations, this is the story one. Foul Thief. The Last Day. Ancient Stays stuck. So they need Ancient Metal. We do not have Ancient Metal. We cannot do this one. Girl in Love. Got a new boyfriend. He's brave knight with chestnut hair. Could you tell our fortune with a white thread? White thread and a white mage are required. We have a white mage, but no white thread, so we can't take this one. Skypole. Oh, hey, look, there's the ancient metal we needed. Fuck it. Get out of here, Ricardo. Swords and Cyril. Needs a fencer. We don't have a fencer. Still no new equipment to buy. Yippee. Whatever, let's try to have one spare of everything. So I can just throw it on a noob when they come by. Although I do need to get a new staff for our guy, because he already mastered Protect. God damn, that was expensive. Okay, we need a bell if we're gonna use an animist. Animalist, whatever. Instrument, I suppose, is what it's actually called. So the ones with a mission are currently off on a mission. Big surprise there. You don't learn anything, but equipment is equipment. Right? Still learning Blackout. So, we've got 10 days until one of our dudes comes back, and the other one we need to kill people, not time, to get him back. Items are forbidden. Dark is cool. Now, I'm not sure if that's the darkness status effect or dark elemental damage. Bounty hunters, I saw you coming with my third eye. Gross. We're Clan Stick. You're coming with us. Yeah. Does anyone have a shield? And I gotta say, I like the design of most of the Benga classes. They look sick. It's Archer. Yeah, no one's got a shield, so... I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Even jump. One of my favorite moves from original recipe is instant. One of the few fights this guy's been in, he's already gotten the kill. Also, what's with this big hole in the map? 17 and 75, 15 and 65. What did it say he had as a reaction? Spellblade Tech. Last Berserk. Go Berserk if severely wounded. Gotcha. And would you look at that, he's gone Berserk. Oh no! Good thing I block arrows. Oh no, none of that garbage, please. I could get our little useless Moogle buddy sent to jail, but I guess he's not useless. The reason I've still been hiring on these guys that I have no intention of using is for dispatch missions. So I can, send my trash guys off to go do work while I keep my A-team at the ready. The only issue with that is when you get into dispatch missions that require advanced jobs, and only your good people can actually use the advanced jobs, and you don't want to send them away for long periods of time. Pretty sure that's the enemy archer. Heh. It seems that it was fated that I be captured. Bleh. Oh, we only had to defeat him. Atmos Blade, 40 points. Plan points, 30 points. Mission clear, dispatch returned. Giza Plains. What to here? It was a success. The unit seeks membership. Hey, it's Fencer. Giza Plains clear. 29 places left. Okay, you're still learning something. You're not. Anything else to teach you. You are. You are. You are. Yar. You're not. You kinda are. Oh yeah, those. I guess there are random fights. Kind of. Excuse me. Okay, we want 2 of those for our mages. I guess we'll get 1 more set of gauntlets for our not mages. Boop. Oh, you can wear multiple pieces, multiple accessories. Yes, that's kinda cool, but nah. The last day. Oh, right. Clan Marble. What? And Sprawl Knights. Oh, right. The random battles generate from a location and are named after the place they generated. I don't remember much of the random battles in this game, to the point where I thought they weren't a thing. No protect. Okay. That's unfortunate. Oh, we can only bring 3 people, so... let's go with these 3. I've been found. Nothing to do but fight my way out. Thief, give back those chickens. Defeat the boss. Do you have a shield, perchance? Nope, you got Kukri, Survival Vest, and Gauntlets. You have Counter and Weapon Defense Plus. Let's try blacking you out. Looks like we got it. Speed, great. Steal my EXP. Jerk. Probably gonna hit, but he can counter. He's not even trying to fight back, he's just stealing. And... get fucked. JP1. Wah. Boss. Pure Staff, Ninja Knife. Blackout, Block Arrows. Nice. Victor Sword. Silver Rapier. Plan level up. Skill level up. I don't know what any of the skill levels mean, by the way. Okay, we can get you the Thorn Bow, I think is what it was called. You're still learning Speed Break and Shield Bearer. Wait a minute, did that... So what is it? Is this a copper or bronze shield? Because they're not the same. Again, copper is not bronze, bronze is not copper. You're still learning Steel Shield. Any other missions? Right. They need stuff. And more things. Oh, new stuff in stock. Wow. Iron Helm. And Iron Armor. Adamant and Survival Vests. Definitely want one of those for our Thief. But first things first. There are too many weapons. Then we need a new rod for Mont Blanc. Let's go with the ice rod. Party, item list, auto sort, auto sort, auto sort, auto sort. Guess what? Auto sort. I did not get an adamant vest after all. That's right. Whoops. What was I doing? Can't anyone pick up a new job yet? Yes, we could use a sniper now instead of hunter. So, job requirements, archer, active ability ×2. So she just had to master 2 abilities to unlock the sniper class. Everything else I've seen has been locked by default. And yeah. I'll go a little bit longer. Let's head towards the Nubs Woods for the cheetahs. Mission cleared. Dispatch returned. Ricardo got a bonus. Ancient metal, Buster sword. We can now be clued. Another Moogle. I would prefer to Banga. Banga. Ganging up. Penalty for using combos. Mimicking action of previous unit. Before I forget, I will put some garbage on the sheep. Archer. Like I should have done to begin with. The cheetahs. Oh hey, look, it's our friend from the intro. We've got you now, you bunch of 2-bit swindlers. Grr, don't you ever give up? If we did, we wouldn't be much of a clan, would we? Shara, what is it? Someone's here, Ritz. Ritz? Marsh? You know him? He's from the other world. They're not your friends, are they? Nah, just a bunch of bandits living around here. Don't worry, Marsh, we'll take care of them. I'll help, I came here to get them too. Probably not going to be able to use a ton of dudes, seeing how we're going to have the assistance of those two. Yeah. So, yeah, I can deal with these guys. Shara, I can't remember if she's an archer or a sniper or something. So, fun fact, even though she's human, Ritz gets all the Viera jobs. Because she's a girl and Vieras are the only females in the game. So Ritz gets to be the only non-Viera Viera. Because why not? Anyone got a shield? Martinez, no shield. Dylan, no shield. Lendl, hell kind of name is Lendl, no shield. Sick Knuckles, bro. Koopa. But no, what I really don't like about having to learn abilities from skills in this game comes from the fact that you aren't in complete control of what equipment you find. Several pieces of equipment you only get from completing missions, but it's not guaranteed when you'll find a mission, or, boy, I sure didn't expect to find you here, Ritz, or if what that mission will give you for completing. So, yeah. Kinda sucks. Likewise, I'd never expected you to be in a clan. Really? Why not? It's just, you were so timid in the other world. You've changed here too, haven't you? I know I have. I'm a terrible person now. I'm only kind of exaggerating that. Thank you for not finishing off the thief, by the way, Sharon, if that is your real name. Nice crit. I didn't actually see how much more it did, but it said crit. That's good. Ritz, are you okay? It's funny for you to be worried about me, Marsh. Thanks, though. You were a big help. Let me introduce my fellow clan member, Sharon, Gerald. I'm Marsh. Pleased to meet you, Shara. Like I said before, it's a friend from the other world. Speaking of worlds, do you know what this place is? Thought you of all people would have figured it out. This is Final Fantasy, the game, but this is real. If you die in real life, you die in the game. Wait. At first, I thought I'd really fallen into the game. But this is our town, St. Ivolus. It's like our whole town has become part of the game. How could it have happened? Trying not to think about it. Huh? There doesn't seem to be much point. Why not? Ritz doesn't want to go back, see? Ritz doesn't want to go back, see? It's like Shara says, why go back? What? You mean you'd rather stay here? Yeah, I like this world, don't you, Marsh? Well, if you want to turn everything back to normal, go ahead. Don't expect me to help you. Let's go, Shara. Ritz. I'm sure we'll meet again, Marsh. Bye for now. I'm glad we met, really. Ritz, why don't you want to go home? Okay, time to spoil the entire plot of the game. So, if you missed out, the book that What's His Bucket bought was indeed magic, and it basically granted his wish to make the world like the video game. On top of that, it granted basically the wishes of all four kids, except for the player character Marsh. I don't think he really had a wish to be granted, but um, Mute. No, I can't remember. Like Mute becomes more confident and cool, and his dad is no longer a disappointment. Is now head judge. Um, Ritz no longer has to dye her hair pink. It is naturally pink now. Supernaturally pink. Not really. And she gets to be tough and be a hero and whatnot. Donut, is no longer wheelchair bound, is no longer super sick. Um, and is real happy about that. I don't remember much else what happens to Mute. So everyone's getting their wishes granted basically, and so no one's gonna want to go back. We have to fight off our old friends in addition to just the regular enemies throughout the game. Eventually, you knock some sense into them and return the world to normal. Because you have to go back and change whoever's wish it was to have the world change like this, and get them to give up on that stupid wish. I, once again, do not know why I'm actually looking at the optimal placing for these, because I do not intend to continue, well, to finish this game. So a lot of people just learned stuff I didn't really look through. So you have mastered shield and your sword thing. So we're gonna put you onto the burglar sword. Are you still learning something? Yes, you learned Zara. You learned to steal a shield, so we can give you a new knife when we get back to civilization. You're still learning to exercise. You're still learning to shell. Still learning to go for the knees. I forgot to equip stuff onto you. I don't have stuff to equip onto you. No, cutscene. Koopa, what's on your mind, Marsh? Oh, I was thinking about the next mission, wondering what's in store for us. Looks like you're enjoying this, Koopo. Yeah, missions are kind of fun, aren't they? You never do stuff like this where I come from. I always wanted to use magic and fight monsters, and now I can. So you should stay in this world. We can make a clan the strongest clan ever, Koopo. Strongest clan ever? Sounds cool. Mont Blanc, you've got to be one of the nicest people I know. Are you like this in the other world too, Koopo? Huh? Or maybe you don't trust me that much yet, Koopo. Of course I trust you, you've helped me out so much. You can be honest around me, Koopo. We're friends, Koopo. And I know you're still getting used to our world, Koopo. When I met Ritz in the Nubswood, all I can think was, now I can go home. I was sure that Ritz would help me find a way back. But I was wrong, Koopo. Marsh is Marsh and Ritz is Ritz. All you can do is what seems right to you, Koopo. I know that it's hard to accept sometimes. Will I ever be able to find my way back home? What will I do if the world stays like this forever? My advice is to take it easy, Koopo. I need to get him to be a blue mage, because I think learning is a support move that makes you get extra AP. Right, we need a new knife for our thief. we will get that for our throwaway guy, Round Shield. Still teaches Shield Bearer, but to different people. And we don't have enough money for anything anymore. Let's actually go with Buster Sword first. Jambalaya, Jambia. Oh, right, and you get new armor to learn maintenance, which I think protects you from getting things stolen and or broken. Actual weapon on you that will help you. Let's just double check everyone's learning something. Okay. Now, since we're broke and can't get new missions, our only opportunity is to go and hunt other clans. Or there's a treasure hunt, I guess. No, we're going with doing the fight here. Engage with rangers. Pretty sure yes. Lightning is forbidden, wind is recommended. Alright. Fire whip. You missed. Bitch. I mean, bench. Okay. They're mostly physical attackers, I think. So Protect will be better than Shell. And again, you cannot rotate the map at all. You might have a shield. Or an accessory. You don't. Let me guess, you did. Nope. Shield or accessory? Nope. Shield or accessory? Nope. Well, guess just try to attack her to her face. It's probably gonna miss, but... And unlike in original recipe Final Fantasy Tactics, where you could go into shallow water and still attack, you would just be slowed down. In this one, if you're in the water at all, you cannot act at all. Like, there might be some monsters that can still act in water, but humanoid units cannot. Unless they have, there might be a swim support skill or something along those lines that lets you do it, but by default, you cannot. Come on, hit. Good kill. So we'll just block you into the water real quick. Actually, we're a little strapped for cash, so we might as well try to steal a tiny bit. You know, I don't remember what the law was for this fight. No lightning. That's what it was. Ka-chow. Boost. Yeah. Okie dokie. Nice miss. Oh well, this should kill if I hit. That went well, let's keep up the good work. Reward, cash, Lionheart, and points. Lionheart's a Night Sword, I think? I don't remember. Yep. So it's used by Paladins, Defenders, and Templars. Oh, and you see the star by the JP? That's because he has 10. 10 is the most you can hold. Because why would you want multiple of it? Okay, now that we have money, we can actually head and get new jobs. Just been wanted for a survey that elute sands across Antlion's Nest and find a legendary movables hidden village. Desert Peril is the next story mission. White flowers, white flowers, white flowers. 25 days to do that one. The last day. Match mission. More like piss match mission, am I right? Okay, so I think they're all only okay with going because they're underleveled. Not 100% sure though. And now we're broke again. Okay, where's the one we need to do in only a couple of days? There it is. Bugs. What's the lot? No shell. Silence is cool though. I will say being able to change the direction people are facing as you're placing them is one of the few improvements this has over the original game. And being able to actually see where you're placing them into battle makes sense. Wonder where you planted those flowers. Pew. So shell's not allowed. Protect is. Would you look at that? Someone lined up these bugs for me. Of course, one of them still missed. But still, lined up bugs. Come on, get the kill. Nice. Can't get you to where you can heal the other guy, so we'll just go with here. Well, you're still up the bug's ass, so keep punching it. Actually, please stay right here because everyone that's hurt is right here. That's where we'll cast Cure. But I think one of my biggest complaints about it, and I've kind of alluded to it, is just how juvenile the story is in comparison to the other one. We literally start out with the game being... The game literally starts out with it being a snowball fight between kids. Whereas the other one, we start off with, you know, soldiers. Legitimate soldiers. And that was a combo. If other people knew how to do combos that were nearby, like being able to target the enemy with their specific combo, they'd be able to join in. But that spends JP to do it. It's one of the few uses for JP. Here they are, let's get these back home. Mission cleared. Mastered Shell. Suna. Dispatch cleared. I failed! You jackass. Watching you. I think I'm being watched. 2 battles to get that. Mad Alchemist. 10 days to get that. Life or death. We failed to get homework. Days for that one. So we can just run. This is what happens if you get into a fight in a non-found spot. It just kind of looks like a wasteland. but from what I remember, there's still gonna be laws and stuff. Cool. Real fucking cool. And if you'll notice, this is the exact same group we fought before. So it's not quite random battles, it's moving battles. Actually, I guess it's not the exact same, but it's pretty fucking similar. Good thing I just learned this. Or just started learning this. Okay, does anyone have a shield or accessory? I'm gonna go with no. Well, you might have a shield. Nope. No shields, no accessories. Like, stealing isn't even the way to go in this game. Which kind of sucks because I like being able to. I like the strategic transfer of equipment to another location. Can I kill you with a level 1 spell? I sure can, so we're gonna try to do it. Save a little bit of MP, even though it regenerates super fast. There's the White Mage down. And one of their archers down. Their other archer down. I think I'll do one more story mission, and then I'm gonna be calling it. We'll be a little bit earlier, probably, than I normally try to do, but yeah. As I said at the beginning, I'm not the biggest fan of this game. Granted, it was mostly because I was disappointed with it. Because I love regular Final Fantasy Tactics so much, and I wanted this to be good, and it isn't. It's not a bad game. It has its strong points, for sure. But it's an unfortunate sequel that just failed to live up to what the original was. Okay, our monk just learned how to exercise. He'll be swole in no time. Just kidding, it's the other kind of exercise. Unfortunately, we don't have enough cash to buy him, to give him a hand. If you know what I mean. Desert Peril. Yeah, how much would a new pair of Knuckles cost that he can actually learn something from? It would be the Kaiser Knuckles at 5 grand. Wowee. Yeah, no way in hell we're affording that. I guess I could... We'll try to keep at least one of every weapon, well, one of every piece of equipment that teaches something. We're just gonna sell one because I think ninjas still have natural dual wield. Never mind, we're selling it anyways. Fuck, I forgot to buy it anyways. Alright. Has anyone learned new jobs? Yes. Templar and Bishop have been learned from by our white monk. Use healing, aiding, and offensive magic. Strong with weapons and enhancement magic. Still nothing. You already had your sniper. You can now do Paladin and Fighter. Wards off attacks and aids allies. So, Knight, basically. Fighter masters the use of many swords for offense. So, glass cannon melee unit, really. You're that ninja. Uses ninja skills and double swords. Yeah. What was I doing? I don't think I was really doing anything other than double checking the main party is still learning stuff. Yep, you're learning Mind Break, you're learning Blizzard, you're learning to steal someone's shoes, you're learning to punch from a distance, healing magic, and shoot out their knees. Okay. Oh, cool. Plan did. Now, this is the group we just fought. I think even down to their equipment, it'll be the exact same. Yep, their Moogle Thief has counter built in. So, 99% sure it's the exact same. Protect on almost the entire party, nice. Steal his life. Nice double hit. Come on, get the kill. Or miss. Now we speed. Speed. Miss the important one, of course. Honestly, it's just to get you experience. I don't think it's gonna actually come in handy. Good kill. She has blocked arrows. Get the kill, please. Thank you. And the shitty Moogle failed again. Why do we keep you on? Actually, I think it was the other Moogle that failed last time. I'm not racist, you are. Desert Peril. It's the Gak. It's the story mission. Listen to that thing howl. Maybe the monsters around here really have gone mad. Still no stopping. Silence is still cool, though. So, from what I understand, while Mont Blanc is, like, our second in command and is generally pretty important to the story, once you get to a point where your characters can start dying when Jags become a thing, it's perfectly acceptable for him to die. I think. I did have him die once when I played this as a kid, but I turned it off before it saved. Once he did, and didn't really continue on. I think that was the last thing I did before I decided, you know what, I'm gonna Game Shark it up. Of course. I'm gonna have you wait then, so you can heal at a quicker time. Oh, you only have 5 health left. Beat it with the stick. That might kill. And it did. You're full health, so it don't matter. No longer blinded. Right. Magic is also dependent on line of sight. So now that I'm behind him, it's 80-something% chance to hit instead of 40 when I was in front of him. Which is dumb because it's still hitting him from above either way. Well, she's dead. Shove a fist up its ass. Nice hit, even through his bullshit evasion. Punch the tiger to death. What could make a monster go crazy? I don't know. A Rockstar? Four Loco? Bang? Other energy drinks? Do monsters go mad like this often? Kupo, we get jobs like this every once in a while, Kupo. Really, I wonder what causes it, Kupo. Their Kupo are Kupo, Kupo, number, Kupo of theories, Kupo, 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 magical crystals, Kupo. Their magic is so strong that it affects the animals. Do you think a crystal is nearby? There might be. I don't know, Kupo. It might just be a rumor after all, Kupo. How could you make anything in a wrinkle in space, Kupo? What? A wrinkle in space, Kupo? Interesting. Alright, Kupo has cleared. Master Mind Break, Legs. Leveled some stuff up. Oolay River. Goes right there. I don't think we have another thing to give you. I failed too. We're the B team and we suck at everything. But that's probably gonna be it for tonight anyways. Yeah, and they're great bows, not just regular bows. Great bows can only be used by hunters, snipers, and assassins. So, whereas regular bows can only be used by regular archers. Yeah. Not that I'm probably ever gonna come back to this. And also, you can only have 2 saves. Instead of the, like, 99 or whatever. Well, I guess PS1 had a memory card. This is a GBA game. So, less memory to work with. Anyways. Because I don't hate the music in here, let me try to find one that doesn't sound bad. Let's do my outro in. Sure. Welcome to prison, where law is master and justice is served. So... no. Pay Guild to get a unit out of prison. Serve a term in prison to erase your penalty record. Use the prison for a pardon cannot be released. Otherwise, I think it takes time. I don't know. Part of me was tempted to throw one of my garbage units in jail, but nah. So, I don't like this game. It is not a bad game, but kinda. Like, I'm sure most of my dislike for it comes from the fact that I just love the original so much. And this is a poor imitation of it. But it does do some things right. I like the huge variety of jobs. I even kind of like that there are jobs that are similar but different, like the sniper and hunter are both strong ranged units that are good at doing different things, but they're similar but different units. And I think it's the Paladin and Templar are like that, Animist and Beastmaster, things like that. I don't really like how you get the new jobs because I don't like the AP system in this. I very much prefer the JP system of the original. My biggest complaint with the AP system goes back to you're not guaranteed to get the equipment you want. Like, there may be a lot of stuff in the store now, and it seems like more stuff's getting added all the time, but from what I remember, that falls off fast, and for some of the more exotic jobs, it falls off super fast. Like, I don't think it ever necessarily even takes off. Like, there was one job that, in my defense, you have to make the weapons for, the Numu, or whatever they're called, the old man magic class of Morpher. They have to make their weapons by using their morph ability on a nearly dead monster to make a weapon out of it. It's not really explained, but yeah. As you may have noticed, Marsh was the only character we had that knows a combo. All the combos come from weapons that cannot be bought anywhere at any time. They all come from mithril weapons. And yeah, there's no consistent way of getting them from what I remember. And if you accidentally sell a weapon that is good, or you use one of the classes, I think Ninja and Juggler can throw weapons. If you throw or sell a weapon, tough shit. It's gone for good. So if you had one that to learn a skill that could only be learned from that one piece of equipment and you can't ever buy it again, sucks to suck. Dispatch missions. Like I said, there are three stages that a unit can be displaying when you're sending them out on it. There's jumping up and down, which means they have a high chance of completing it. There's walking, which means they have an okay chance of completing it. And then there's sitting on the ground and crying, which means they have a good chance of failing it. I sent, what, like 3 dispatch missions out, all with them walking, and they all failed. And I'm pretty sure it's because they're at lower levels. But, again, I'd have to be spending time using my B team in battles instead of my strong team to be able to, you know, send them out on dispatch missions in a good conscience. And while there's something similar to that in the original with the rendezvous missions, those are completely optional. You only get money out of them. You don't get pieces of equipment, only money. But there is equipment locked behind dispatch missions. Usually pretty good equipment too. So you can't have an A team and a B team. Everyone has to be on the A team, basically. And I've said it to death, I do not like everything being an instant action. It's taking the tactics out of the tactic game. You barely have to worry about positioning. You do not have to ever worry about timing. And you can't set up things like, oh hey, this spell will go off in 4 turns, but if I put it right here, my guy that goes in 3 turns can get out of the way so that it only hits the enemies. Or, vice versa. Like, hey, I know my guy is immune to fire damage, but this fire spell will go off in 5 turns. I can have it lock onto my guy, move him into enemy lines so that it goes off around him, effectively doubling the range of my fire spell. But no, everything happens right when you choose to do it. And as I said at the beginning, as far as visuals and music and sounds go, it's not bad since it's a GBA game. Obviously, I prefer everything of the original more, but it's also unfair to be comparing a Game Boy Advance game to a home console PS1 game. Granted, that same PS1 game got ported to PSP, but PSP was a later generation than GBA. I don't know, man. I wanted to like this game so bad, but I don't. I just don't like this game. Meaning, I am almost certainly not going to continue the series. This will just be a one-off. I'll leave it there. Now, this game did get a sequel, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2. I have never played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2. I know that one of the characters in the PSP remake of Tactics, War of the Lions, is in there. Like, the main character, Luso, I guess he came from Tactics Advance 2. maybe one day I'll check that out, and if I do, I think even if I don't like it, I'll try to suffer through a full playthrough just to pick up everything that I missed. But that is not going to be today. It's not going to be tomorrow. Speaking of, no stream tomorrow. It'll probably be like a week before I stream again. I'll try to post something when I actually figure out what's going on. So anyways, thanks for coming by. Sorry to be so negative. I don't generally like being so negative about games, even if I do not like them. But still, thanks for coming by. I really need to go to the bathroom and then go to bed. So, until next time, take it easy.